Hello everyone, and welcome back to the British Royal Fanatic Podcast. I'm Hayden, your American friend with a passion for British royal history. If you enjoy discussing royal media, current events within the British royal family, and British royal history, then you have found your home. Welcome to the channel. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and notification bell down below so that way you stay up to date with all things happening on the channel. Royal fashion. Royal fashion is something that we have talked at length about in podcasts past, and now we're branching over into the YouTube sphere about all of it. Royal fashion is something that is very calculated. It is something that takes a long time to plan. There are multiple steps that get taken with royal fashion. It's incredibly thought out, and it is not something that they just haphazardly throw together. Royals communicate through their clothing. There's a lot of consideration into royal fashion. We've discussed it quite a lot. We even have a few books here readily available that discuss royal fashion, and there's even more in storage. Last week, Tatler magazine announced that Her Royal Highness the Duchess of Cambridge was the best dressed person of 2022. First off, 2022 is not done yet. Just because the royals are on vacation doesn't mean that there aren't any more engagements that are going to happen. But two, that's a pretty big and bold claim. Today, we are going to be going through the outfits that Tatler has named as defending their decision of the title of Best Dressed. Kate Middleton's wardrobe in years past has been kind of touch and go. They've finally figured out what works for her now, and in my opinion, they're prepping her to be Princess of Wales. And today, we're going to look at some of her fashions and truly figure out what all is going on. I have them right here on my handy dandy tablet, and we are going to go through them. So our first look, we have what appears to be what I like to call working Kate. This is what she wears when she's out on an official royal engagement. This first look, white polka dots, white and black polka dots. Again, this is sort of what I would think of when I think of the Duchess of Cambridge. This is what I think of. She has, it's conservative, high neckline, arms are covered. We have a nice tea-length dress. It looks to be very light fabric. It looks to be very, breezy, easy to move in. It's got very light styling. It's got a hat. Her hair's pulled back out of her face. Again, I have no complaints about this. It is beautiful. I believe this was for Royal Ascot this year. She, again, looks great. Quintessential Kate. When I think of her, I think of that. I believe, let me look in here. I believe her shoes, yeah, her shoes are a nude. And if I were to style this slightly differently, which, me making that claim, if I were to style this a little differently, I would have probably gone for either a white shoe or a white bag, just so, or even a black shoe and a black bag, just to fully have it be head to toe. The whole look stops right after the dress. But again, this is quintessential Kate. Nothing wrong here. Beautiful. Next one. This is what she wore for the Platinum Jubilee service. Again, this is typically, you're going to notice a trend here. This is the quintessential Duchess of Cambridge. She has, again, hat, conservative neckline, arms covered, nice tea length. This one she does have where it looks like she does have gloves on. Yeah, she has, well, she has gloves and a handbag and her shoes, but this time everything's monochromatic, everything matches. Her hat, again, this is one thing that is a pretty big claim that they make. They say that she's the best dressed, but a lot of the silhouettes that they picked are the same. It's this exact same silhouette. This is her, what I call her working look, because this is a royal engagement. The queen is there, or other senior members of the royal family, so she's following the dress code, like this next one that she wore for the Trooping the Color. Again, white, it's blue, it's got Cambridge blue, white hat. I believe this is a coat dress. If it's not a coat dress, it's just a regular, again, dress. This isn't anything bold or drastic. It's just her work uniform. This is what she wears for work, like this pink look where it has, again, fascinator, coat dress, pink, everything monochromatic. She's taking a feather out of the queen's fashion book where it's all one color. We can easily find her. She has her yellow look where she was at Wimbledon. She has her black polka dot dress where she was at the memorial service for Prince Philip. They all have the same silhouette. We have either a fascinator or hat, coat dress or conservative tea dress, high neckline, arms are covered, hits right at that cafe tea length, again with a sensible high heel shoe, and she has a handbag. This is her working uniform when she's doing something where the Queen is probably going to be there, or the Prince of Wales. This is her work uniform. This isn't anything that's really reinventing the wheel. Again, like this one over here where she's at another Buckingham Palace garden party. The lace one where she's at when she's on tour. Again, this isn't anything that is truly groundbreaking or different. This is her work uniform. This is what her team has calculated. They've thought out. They're thinking of the occasion, who's going to be there. And of course, again, this isn't anything new. Now, the one that I question, what is this? Is this yellow one. Let me pull this up. This yellow one right over here. What is this? This, I don't particularly like this one. The styling's really weird. It's looking like they're trying to be reminiscent of Diana. It's like they're trying to pull at the heartstrings over there. It's got the ruffles right here. It's again the weird, this like dress suit type thing. I just don't like this one. I'm gonna be honest. This is from the Caribbean tour. This is, I think, when they were leaving the Caribbean, and this was a huge misstep. But a lot of the looks that Tatler and that Good Housekeeping showed and People Magazine showed are a lot of these looks. They're beautifully styled, they're simple, but it's all the same silhouette. So it's not a whole big variety of looks here. We then have the second series of work looks when she's out on her own, where we have either she's doing an engagement with Prince William or she's working on her own, and she expresses a little bit of her style. This is actually where she got in a little bit of hot water with the public, where people thought she was copying the Duchess of Sussex, the first one. You can see this one over here where she's in the turtleneck and the coat, and it's all, again, monochromatic. Or she's, and this one, which is a different shot of that same outfit. But I'm going to flash a few ones on the screen over here. It's, again, we have conservative. This time she's in pants. We love pants. Over here, sometimes like this blue one right over here, she's in more like a sundress with a coat on. But again, this is her working uniform. This, in my opinion, this is not her taste. This is her team's taste that are styling her together, putting her in a package, and getting her looking professional because she's representing the Queen. She's representing the country doing these engagements. So this truly isn't her style. This is her working style. So between work look 1, which is gonna have a compilation here where she's in fascinator, coat dress or sundress, conservative necklines, everything's really well tailored, or there's work look number 2 when she's out independent on her own. That's pretty much her two main looks here that they have cited. It's not really outside the box, not really anything too weird. Everything's wonderfully stylized. It's simple. It's to the point. It's a good working look. It's conservative. Does it warrant best dressed? I don't think so. I think it warrants best styled. I will say that much. Her team has figured it out. Aside from that yellow one. That yellow one's unforgivable. I do not like that yellow look. Now we have a collection of looks that are really touch and go. And these are her formal looks. So they cited a lot of her formal looks, but let's get into actually each individual one of these. First one is this red one. This red, to my eyes, it's reading more red than pink. But she wore this in the Caribbean. This was part of their tour. This was where they wore to a dinner. And everybody said that she looked beautiful, wonderful, great, which she does. But we need to take into consideration what William is wearing. William is very casual. Everybody else is really casual in this dinner. And I stand by it. She's overdressed. She's severely overdressed. Everybody's in, nice cocktail dresses, casual cocktail attire, and she's in full jewelry and a gown. And they had to walk into the forest in this. So I stand by this. I think she's overdressed. I think whomever on her team made this decision did her dirty. It's a great look. It's a beautiful look if it were in a different occasion. But this one, again, wonderfully stylized, wonderfully put together. But the occasion for this one, for me, was just a little bit off. This next one, okay, this one is more of like a Cinderella type moment. We have sort of, this is actually showing a little bit more skin for the Duchess of Cambridge. She's kind of really brought it back the past few years. We have nice v-neck off the shoulder. It's this wonderful, again, to my eyes, it's reading more blue, sort of like a light, really light blue. And again, beautiful dress. She looks stunning. She looks great. Beautifully stylized. Her hair's back. Just a little simple necklace. She's got her handbag. She looks great. It's simple. It's to the point. And again, further reinforcing my point that she's the best styled. Maybe not best dressed, but best styled. This next one, when she went to the Top Gun premiere, this one got a lot of flack. This one she got a lot of backlash for. People thought she was copying the Duchess of Sussex. People thought she was getting, she was copying her to be a little bit more relatable with her fashion. This one's not for me, in my opinion. It's a just simple white off the shoulder black gown. It looks like she has on, again, in this picture, it looks like she has on some form of low heel. At first it looked like a flat, and I was like, no, they would not put a royal out in a flat. But this one, I don't know. I don't think I really like this one. This brought up a lot of argument where everybody thought Meghan was copying Kate, and now Kate's copying Meghan, and their teams are borrowing from one another. It happens. It is something that happens very common in royal fashion, but is it something we need to be really critical of? In my opinion, no. This next one, this green one, I have questions about this one. My first one is, why are we only in like half battle armor? So she has on her royal family order, she has her cross over here because she's a member of the Royal Victorian Order, and that's it. Typically, which I'll flash examples over here, when the family order and the commander one come out, typically at this point there's at least a tiara, you see the sash, it's a little bit more, and this one's weird. There isn't a tiara, there isn't the sash. It's a very formal event. To me, this look feels incomplete because there isn't the sash or any other jewels. It feels slightly incomplete, but with what we do have, I really like. Typically when we see when they break out the official orders, it's typically the women are in white or in very pale color. So the fact we're seeing it with a green gown, it's a nice mix up. I think this is great. I think she looks great here. I wouldn't change a thing about it. But yeah, that's one thing. It feels incomplete to me because there isn't more other accoutrement. Were they not permitted to travel with the tiara? I don't quite know. But again, wonderfully styled, beautifully done. But again, the look just feels slightly incomplete here. But I like this green dress. I don't care what other people say. My point still stands. Best dressed person of 2022. I don't necessarily think so. She has a lot of great looks. She has essentially, like the Jenna Marble song, she has 3 looks. She has 3 looks. She has hat and coat dress and heels, pantsuit and jacket, or a gown. That's typically what we see her in. We don't see her. She has 3 looks. And in my opinion, they're styled very, very well. There's not a lot of variety of color. We usually see her, if it's a working look, it's either black with some accent color, white or some accent color, or some form of pastel. We don't really see her in bright, bold colors. We don't really see her in outlandish necklines or hem lengths or something really loud. We don't really see her in that. She's really pulled everything back, and she's really conservative now. Does she look great? Yeah, she looks fantastic. But best dressed? I don't know. She's got only 3 looks. I would possibly say best styled person of 2022. Her team really knows how to make her look good. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. Kate Middleton, best dressed or best styled? Let me know what you think down in the comments below. But Kate Middleton, best dressed 2022. I don't really think so. Let me know down in the comments below. I would like to continue discussing down there. But there we have it, everyone. Links are all down in the description box below. I look forward to seeing all of you in the next one.